EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Our first Sunday nighter of the season, the Cowboys and Rams from Los Angeles. Let's go. Taken about 7 yards deep. They had no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cowboys. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. 21, Ezekiel.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now it's Stafford. Open man handler, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
This 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down by Bud Dupree.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Coleman, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Rams take over 1st.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. So, as mentioned, Charles, you know, the regular season debut of this really beautiful new stadium in Inglewood, going to be housing the Rams and the Chargers who play next week. But, you know, what do you think? What's your first impression of it?
Oh, it's awfully favorable, Brandon. When you think about what's going into putting this stadium together, the thought process, putting together 2 teams. The Rams and the Chargers and what they would like to see in the stadium and making sure it all comes together. Plus the way that they've done things with how they're lighting this place so that it feels like an outdoor stadium even though it's an indoor field. You got to give these people a ton of credit for putting this all together. A great place to house these 2 teams. And the Rams getting their shot here against the Cowboys.
It's a pickup of 6.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2nd down and 3. They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Dallas.
First and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. 6-0 our score after one.
Rams 6. Cowboys nothing.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 61 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Rams 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Rams take over first and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Throwing on third. Goff. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's good.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this time.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he slings one that's incomplete. And this one too low.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, 37 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Cowboys.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Stafford. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stafford on first down. Eluding the pressure right. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 7 yards, the pickup there.
To Michael Gallup. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 15-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well. so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. 3rd down here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Stafford, the LA defense up the snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I remember covering Robert Woods in college at USC, and consistent was the word that was always used about him. Maybe we should have added dependable as well. Over 1,100 yards each of the last 2 seasons. This guy studied to be an NFL wide receiver while in college and has carried that over to the NFL. A pro's pro. This guy plays as hard as anyone in the league.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. From the gun, Stafford, that one complete to Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
47-yard line.
First down at Stafford. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Rams 38-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half.
13-all.
So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 24. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's second and a yard.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second and 9, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Chidobe Awuzie.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on second down is Goff. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's in, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Antoine Woods breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38, Stafford flushed out right. On the run, he'll let the... And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
It's your first drive of the 2nd half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys 13.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Cowboys 20, Rams 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And 7 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Goff. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Every time I see Cooper Kupp play, I'm reminded of the first time I saw him in a summertime workout session. I remember running around screaming, "Who is this young man?" And now we see him on the NFL level. Broke the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in 2019 yards, career highs in all the major statistical categories. And not only that, that's off of a knee injury the previous season. This guy's tough as nails.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The 45-yard line.
Goff. Tipped and intercepted. And it's caught Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 9 from the 44. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, Hamler, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13, it's a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Second down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Goff. Being chased out left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Over 1st and 10.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hand him the football and keep the clock ticking.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Desmond Trufant brought him down. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
The real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Dallas, it was